here, welcome back to the channel, and today I shall be doing the rapid fire book tag. Now I was tagged by someone to do this. I was tagged by Xiaomi from Xiaomi's Book Tales. Thank you, Xiaomi. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Question 1, ebook or physical book? Physical book all the way. I understand the convenience of owning an ebook reader and having ebooks, but it just does not beat the satisfaction of owning a physical copy and having a bookshelf stacked with physical copies. Question 2 is paperback or hardback. I prefer paperback. They're easier to read and they're a lot cheaper to purchase. Question 3 is online or in-store purchases. I would love to say that I purchase my books in a store, but unfortunately the closest store near me is about 3 hours away, no, 2.5. So yeah, I don't have that option to be going to a store because it is expensive to get there. So I do most, if not all, of my shopping online. Question 4 is trilogies or series. I'm a series kind of guy. I enjoy sticking with characters and universes and seeing those universes expand and seeing those characters grow and evolve, which is why I prefer series over trilogies. However, I do have to admit that I have ran into a couple of series in the past that should have remained trilogies or just should not have continued because each book keeps getting released and each book just keeps getting worse. Question 5 is heroes or villains. I'm going to have to say villains. Most of the time the hero character just follows a bunch of tropes and is very predictable with how his actions are going to be, but not the villain. And I enjoy a good villain that has gone through a lot and that we get to see what he went through and we get to see just why he ends up turning into the individual that he is in the book. Question 6 is a book that you want everyone to read, and for that I'm going to have to go with Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. I believe that's the name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. Anywho, it is such a poetic and beautiful coming-of-age story that is able to transport the reader back to that transitional period between teenager and young adult, and it does something that I haven't seen other pieces of contemporary do, at least personally, and that is mention and express that transition period and that being a teenager and turning into a young adult is not as beautiful and is not as happy as the media wants to put it, as the media wants to express it. It's not that pretty, it's confusing, it's hard, and at the end of the day, everybody that's transitioning is just, funny enough, trying to find and discover the secrets of the universe, as well as their place in it. Question 7 is recommended underrated book, and I understand that the author that I'm going to mention is controversial, and that not a lot of people enjoy his books, but I'm going to recommend the book anyway, and that is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Now, don't get me wrong, this piece of literature is not perfect whatsoever. However, what I did enjoy about this book a lot was that it brings forth in a very respectful manner a discussion about religion, its origins, and what fuels it. And I think it is in that discussion and in that presentation that we can have some very interesting discussions about religion, about its origins, as well as what it means to us and what it means to the world. Question 8 is the last book you finished. The last book that I finished was The Hero Ages by Brandon Sanderson. A jaw-dropping conclusion to what I definitely know will be one of my all-time favorite trilogies. I am officially in the camp of Sanderson fans and cannot wait to pick up the next books in Mistborn, as well as some of his other series. Question 9 is the last book you bought. I don't have with me the last 2 books that I purchased because unfortunately they have not made it here yet. But those last 2 books were Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo and A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. Both are second books. Crooked Kingdom is the second and last book of the Six of Crows duology, and A Torch Against the Night is the second book in what's going to be Sabaa Tahir's new quartet, I believe. Question 10, weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. Zayomi is actually a witness to this. The weirdest thing that I've used as a bookmark is a movie ticket. Question 11, use books, yes or no? Yes, of course. As long as the book is not going to randomly combust or break apart as soon as I touch it, I am willing to purchase a used book, because even used books deserve some love. Question 12 is top 3 favorite genres. For that I'm going to have to go with fantasy, mystery/thriller, and contemporary. Question 13 is borrow or buy. Funny enough, I do a lot more borrowing than I do buying. Zayomi is very gracious, and she allows me to borrow a bunch of her books, and that is how I do most of my reading for now, at least. And funny enough, most of the books that I borrow that I do enjoy, I end up purchasing. Question 14 is characters or plot. I will not give a straightforward answer on this one, because I consider that both characters and plot are crucial for the story, and just unfortunately cannot pick one or the other. Question 15, long or short books? Long books. As long as it's one of my favorite genres, and as long as the book is interesting, thrilling, and captures my attention, then I really could not care how long the book is. Question 16, long or short chapters? Short chapters. For some odd reason that I still cannot comprehend, I tend to read a lot faster when the chapters are shorter. So yeah, that's why I prefer shorter chapters to longer ones. Question 18, books that make you laugh or books that make you cry? Books that make me laugh. I do not cry as much as a normal person should, funny enough. So it's really hard to find any form of medium that will make me cry, which is why I prefer books that make me laugh. In terms of books that make me laugh, Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo did a really good job at that, as well as any Harry Potter book. Question 19, audiobooks, yes or no? Uncertain, and I'll explain why. I have only listened to one audiobook, and that was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, and I kind of enjoyed the experience. I will say that it was very stressful, because I was listening to it as I was driving, and there were moments where I was so focused on the driving that I would just zone out and forget that I was listening to a book, and that led to some confusion. So I guess I'll have to pick another book up in audio format and listen to it not while driving, so that I can pay more attention to it and hopefully enjoy the experience. Question 20 is, do you judge a book by its cover? Of course I do. Most of my purchases and most of the books that I have on my to-be-read pile are because I was going through Amazon, or I randomly went to a store, or I was on Goodreads and I saw the cover and I felt interested by the design, and I clicked on the book and read the synopsis. So yes, like other individuals out there, I do judge a book by its cover, and most of the time I will feel more compelled to find info about that book if the cover was able to capture me. Question 21 is book to movie or book to TV adaptation? Book to TV. I just feel that a TV series has more time to fully capture the essence of the book. Question 22 is a movie or TV show that you preferred to the book. I actually have not yet found any books that I have read and then watched the show or the movie and enjoyed it a lot more. So unfortunately I cannot answer this question. And finally, question 23, series or standalones? Series, all the way, for everything that I explained before. Like I said, I really enjoy staying in these universes and witnessing these characters grow and develop, so as long as the series is compelling and enriching and interesting, then I will surely continue along for the ride. Alright, that has been the rapid fire book tag. That tag was actually a lot more fun than the booktube movie tag. It was a way to give very short answers to some very interesting questions. So I would like to once again thank Zayomi for tagging me to do this. As for other people to tag, I really don't know who has and has not done the tag. So if there is anyone that watched my video and was interested in doing the tag, then consider yourself tagged. Kitsune has officially tagged you. Alright, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the content, then please leave a comment down below. Thumbs the video up. If you enjoyed my commentary and my content and you would like to see more, then you know where the subscribe button is at. My links will be in the description down below, as well as Mike's, as well as Zayomi, because she was the one who tagged me for this. Alright, that's the end of the video. My name is Kitsune. Mischief managed.